Live across Australia. This is Ben, Liam and Belle's Late Drive
on Nova.
Good evening, Australia, and attention all single ladies.
Do you remember Australia's hottest criminal? Like his mugshot went viral all over the world. Well, that was a few years ago now, and he's been in prison since. But this week he's out, and he's single. He's ready to mingle. He joins us now. Jess, how's life been outside of the can?
Oh, yeah, pretty good, guys, I must say. Good to be out, getting around and, back around the family and whatnot.
Have people recognised you on the street?
Yeah, 100%. So being back down in Montague, my hometown, I've already got a lot of messages today. Is that all you've seen? A few people come up and whatnot, so it's been pretty good, yeah.
Are the messages from people saying, like, was that you, or the messages from potential suitors?
A bit of both.
Yeah.
Well, old-time friends and whatnot, they see and then they, they might want to,
A bit of both.
Yeah, sliding into the DMs, heard you're out.
Why not, eh?
Yeah.
Jess, have you got some dates lined up, ready to go?
Nah, not yet.
Ooh, still eligible.
A couple of coffee dates, we'll call it, but yeah.
What would be your desired date? So let's say someone gets a first date with you. Where are you taking them, Jess?
Oh, geez, put me on the spot. Lygon Street, Melbourne for sure. I want to hit up that Italian restaurant, huh?
Yeah, okay. All right.
But, depending on the person, I suppose.
Let's talk about your time in prison, Jess, if that's cool. Did people know who you were? Were you the hot guy?
100%. A lot of people recognised me in there and whatnot. And then, of course, once, one or two people recognise you, then it goes around the yard and whatnot. And, I got a lot of, we'll call them supporters in there.
Okay, because that's the thing. I don't know if I'd want to be the hottest guy in prison.
My eyes open, let's put it that way. Get a few mates around me, just in case.
Protect the model at all costs.
Jess, now that you're out, what's the plan? What are you going to pursue?
Oh, well, in all honesty, Jeremy Meeks better look out.
So the American guy that went viral for his hot mugshot, and he's now a supermodel. So have you got your eyes on modelling?
Oh, hopefully, yeah. I'd love to get into it.
What about, like, reality TV?
Oh, I'd love to, if my criminal record doesn't get in the way, sure.
Yeah, I reckon a perfect one for you to be SAS Australia, although it did get cancelled.
Oh, dear.
Well, I've been reading Ant Middleton's book, so you never know.
Oh, perfect.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Has there been any modelling work at the moment? Because, you've been already labelled like Australia's hottest crim. Has anyone, approached for anything?
Nah, I've had a few offers of OnlyFans, but nothing more.
Oh, geez.
Great idea. No, Jess, you know what? In this day and age, just go straight to that. If you went on OnlyFans, if you went on OnlyFans and you labelled yourself like Australia's hottest prisoner or criminal and put yourself up as that, totally. And it's not that frowned upon anymore. And I'm not just saying that because
feels
I'm
like
a
Belle's
straight
making
girl.
a real play for this here. I'm like, it was like,
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I thought it was funny joke, and then you just kept talking for 30 seconds, and I was like, all right, I think, Jess, you've got your first subscriber there. You can charge a
What, do you
hefty
reckon
premium.
I need a female partner to join me, though?
All right,
just putting it out there, girl.
All right, mate. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Really appreciate it.
Nah, thank you guys, heaps.
Wow, got really steamy there at the end.
Yeah, he's sweet.
Yeah, I wonder how your boyfriend feels about that whole thing. Because you certainly didn't make it known that you're a taken woman, that's for sure. You're like, ha, 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 yeah, okay, yeah, yes, I'll do your OnlyFans.
Shut up.
Sign me up. Netflix are taking on Disney. Of course, Disney has Disneyland. There's the one in Anaheim. I think there's one in Japan, Orlando.
Paris.
They're all about. And apparently Netflix are thinking about opening up their theme park. And I sort of think it works, obviously, for Disney because, there's Disney princesses and there's family movies that make you feel good inside and people of all ages can enjoy them. There's a nice message. But, I don't know about you guys, but if you flick around on Netflix, it's just a lot of stalking and murder. But it hasn't deterred them. And, it's actually going to be opening up pretty soon.
Step into the enchanting world of Netflix land, where adventure and joy awaits the whole family. At Netflix land, all the rides and games are designed to kill you, just like in the hit Netflix original, Squid Game. While you're here, say hi to all your favourite Netflix characters, like Joe Goldberg, the serial-killing bookstore manager and stalker from You.
Hello there.
Or, if you're a fan of Stranger Things, why not get a photo with Vecna, the burnt worm man with no skin who murders and tortures children from the 80s with his supernatural psychokinetic abilities. Hungry? Well, after the success of hit Netflix original Dharma, why not stop by the newly opened Cannibal Cafe for grilled long pig ribs, slow-cooked to perfection and basted with a tangy barbecue sauce. All the meat you can eat. Any questions? Just ask one of our friendly staff.
Are you right there, reindeer? Can I help you? My name's Martha. I work here. What's your email? I can help you. Where are you going? Don't you turn your back on me! Look at me! I love you, reindeer.
Netflix land, where your dreams and indeed nightmares come true.
Liam and Belle, I now exclusively raw dog.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yep, raw dogging it up.
Well, you're married.
I am married, yep, but I did raw dog for the first time on the weekend, and it was a heck of an experience.
Hang on, are you actually talking about that? Or are you
Well, what do you think raw dogging means?
without any protection?
Any protection from what?
Like having sex without protection?
What the hell?
What?
What? No one thought that, Bill.
You're the only one that thought that.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Raw dogging, it's the new trend where you go on a flight and you don't have any in-flight entertainment. You just sit there and watch
That's not
the little
raw
plane,
dogging.
the little plane tell you where you are over the country.
Yeah. I've seen them online.
I've seen it, but not called raw dogging.
I just raw dogged a 14-hour flight to LAX, like watch the flight path the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's funny how, because like raw dogging is obviously it's a bit of a trend at the moment, and like men do it to test their mind and not watch any entertainment on flights. But
Well, I've seen girls do it too.
well, yeah, mainly men.
To be fair, I haven't seen any women do it.
I've seen girls do it
Have
on
you?
my feed, yeah. And
No.
they said, because it's the flying equivalent
Do
of,
I just type in women raw dogging? Is that what I?
on a plane. Yeah, no, it's the flying equivalent of what was it called, silent walking, where you don't have headphones or anything.
Yeah,
You just go for a walk.
But old people have been raw dogging flights
Yeah.
for years. So you ever sit next to like an old person? You you get in there and you got your headphones in and like you've got like I don't even watch the in-flight entertainment. I load up on my phone like with Netflix or whatever. I like watch the shows that I actually want to watch and I know what I'm going to watch before I get there. And then maybe I'll listen to some music in between. I look at the in-flight menu, maybe peruse, might get some Pringles, and they're just sitting there like lonely the whole time. And
Yeah.
sometimes they'll say something to you and you have to like take your headphone out and talk to them for a bit.
Yep.
Another stage of raw dogging is you don't even lower your tray table. Like at no point do you touch anything.
Yeah, the seatbelt is just on and you're just looking at the leather in front of you, like just eyes to the front.
Hang on, but you can eat and drink while raw
No,
dogging.
there's no food. There's
Why
no drink.
not?
Because it's
You
raw
need
dogging.
fuel.
No, it's raw dogging. You are there, especially if it's an overseas flight, you are raw dogging for as long
You
as
can
possible.
eat while raw dogging.
No, if you
Yes,
are eating,
you can.
Belle, if you are eating, you are not raw dogging it right.
How long did you raw dog for?
I raw dogged to Brisbane, so it was a 2.5 hour flight.
Yeah, was your baby son in your arms? Were you
Yes.
sort of, yeah. So you did have like a little bit of. I'm not going to argue that it's not a raw dog. Yeah.
It's a raw dog with your baby. yes.
Okay, well,
Yeah, it doesn't count.
we found a line and we crossed it. Oh, I'm excited for this one, Australia. Listen up. 13 24 10. Share a secret you're taking to the grave. You can remain anonymous. You don't have to tell us your name. We won't know who you are. You can come on anonymously and share a secret that you're taking to the grave.
Now, obviously, you won't be taken to the grave if you tell us, but it's sort of like your friends and your family won't know, but you might get that release from being able to tell the nation. We had this call from Perth last night. This woman, right? This is true. She realised her fiance was cheating on her. Now, it turns out he impregnated another woman.
Yep.
She staked the place out and she caught him in the act.
She was going through the emails.
Yeah, she knew everything. She had his passwords and everything. And she decided to not say anything to him, go ahead with the wedding. They're now married. They've had 2 kids, and she has never brought it up to him. So they've been married for 10 years, and she knows that he had a kid with someone else, like, whilst they were together. And we were all just like, our jaws were hitting the ground. We're like, are you for real? Like,
Imagine
did that
that
actually happen?
Imagine knowing that your husband has got another child that he's never told you about, and you don't talk to him about it.
And she was like, look, I just love the guy, and I don't want to blow it up. So why not? Whatever. It's not my business.
And we're so grateful that she called and shared this incredible secret. So 132410, if you want to join her, like we said, share a secret you're taking to the grave. We do have some amazing prizes to make it worth your while.
And we have our first caller already, Anonymous in Adelaide. Please share a secret you're taking to the grave.
Okay, so this happened a long time ago, but we live on a big property and I had just got my license. I think I had it for about 2 weeks. And as I was leaving, I accidentally ran over the dog.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And I panicked, so I just drove off and left the house. And then my mum rang me frantically saying, something's happened to the dog. And, he passed away, but I never said I hit it. I just panicked.
Oh, my God.
So you
Again,
just...
a long time ago.
Yeah.
But, no one knows to this day.
Anon, was there a chance that you could have saved the dog's life if you came clean quicker, do you think?
I don't know. I was only 17 and I just freaked out.
It's a hit and run.
I don't know.
Well,
hit
look,
and run the family dog.
we appreciate you coming on and sharing with us.
Anon, that's you in Sydney. A secret that you were gonna take to the grave, but you'd like to tell us.
All right, here we go.
Yes.
So a few years ago, obviously cost of living crisis, everyone looking for rental properties, so were we. I was riding solo looking for a rental property and I went to an inspection and there was quite a lot of people there. Didn't know that at the time though. So I'm about to walk in and just before I get in the house, I felt a bit guffy and I was like, oh, okay, I need to do a little toot. So I looked around and no one was there. I was like, okay, I'm sweet. I'm in the safe zone. I'm going to do my little toot. Turns out that was more than a toot. There was more than a toot, and I just went, get out. There's no way this house is worth it. Let's just turn around. The real estate agent called my name and brought me into the home, and I had to do the full house inspection. No. I tried to evacuate by going downstairs.
By the sounds of it, you already had.
I'll go downstairs. Yeah, I know. I had to go down the stairs. I was like, surely there's another way out. Nope, there was no door to get out downstairs. So not only did I have to go with my tooth down the stairs, I had to go up the stairs. And safe to say, I definitely did not get that house.
Yeah, no. And that's the thing, because you've crapped your knickers, and then they'd have those 2 real estate agents with their little iPads, and they follow you around. They're like, any feedback? What did you think? Pretty cool bedroom, hey? A lot of space.
You'd be like, this place stinks for some reason.
I never thought I'd heard Liam say crap your knickers. Anon, thank you very much for sharing. Let's go to Anon in Melbourne. Good evening. Thank you for calling. Please share a secret that you're taking to the grave.
So I was working in a church in a little country town named after a farmyard animal, and there was another girl working there. We got on well. We went out that night, had a bit of fun together. On the way back, it was a lot further walk than we had, and we realised we'd come across the church where we were working, and opened the doors, went in and did the dirty in a few different places.
Not on the house of God. I mean, I hope you didn't use the holy water to wash off or anything like that, because that's just insult to injury. Jeez, that is one you take to the grave. You have to take that up with the big man when you get to the other side. Anon in Brizzy, what about you? A secret that you were going to take to the grave?
Yep, 30 years ago-ish, we were at university, a prominent university in Queensland. The Vice-Chancellor was giving a speech to many, many benefactors that donate to the university. And we dressed up as Mickey, Donald, Goofy and Daffy, and busted in and egged him.
Why did you do that?
Yeah, egged him.
He was a particularly unlikable chap.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And I take it nobody knows that this was you.
There might be one or two people, but no one knows it's us.
Yeah.
People suspected that one of us, but we've never let on. But we do giggle about it every
Could
time
you
we catch up.
imagine just saying, like, you're Mickey? Imagine if Goofy was listening to this and he's got to, he's like, we got to take Mickey out. He's starting to squeak. Anon in Melbourne, tell us.
Alrighty, so when I was about 10, I was staying over at my mum's house because my parents were separated, and I was sleeping in the lounge room, and my brother came home, who was about 6 years older than me. All of a sudden, then he quickly jumped into bed with me and said, "Quick, say I've been here all night. I haven't been anywhere. I've been home."
Yeah.
And Mum got a phone call from the police not too long time later, and her car had actually been in a car accident.
Whoa.
And she wasn't aware that anything had been stolen or anything. She came out running out around the house looking for everyone.
Yeah.
Saw that my brother was with me and said, "Oh yeah, he's been with me the whole time. We've been watching a movie." And so to this day, she thinks that it was some random person stole her car and crashed her car, and it was actually my brother.
And no one was hurt, obviously.
No, they said he had some cuts and scratches on his arms,
Yeah.
but other than that, everyone was okay.
That's
good.
crazy. Anon, do you ever talk about it in secret with your brother? Like, do you ever?
We bring it up all the time whenever we're driving together in the car. Just like, hey, remember that? Yeah, remember that time?
Yeah.
Watching the movie, I still remember the movie. It was like that much of a memory that I can actually, remember the movie I was watching.
What were you watching
at the time? Casper.
Oh, yeah. That's a friendly ghost, mate. Yeah, it's a classic. I'd love if that's how your brother got found out. If your mum's like, yeah, in Casper, and he's like, I've not seen it. And she's like, what?
Thank you for calling.
Anonymous in the Gold Coast. This is a secret that you're going to take to the grave.
Yes, okay. So I grew up in an extremely strict, very religious household. My family were Jehovah's Witnesses, and I was an escort living under their roof, and they had no idea.
Wow. How long for?
3 years.
No way. So
they never figured it out.
And so you were just, even what you were wearing would have just been so different at home, right? Like you just were living a complete double life.
100%, yeah.
Did you do that because you wanted to go against your family?
100%.
Wow.
Yes.
That's
wild. It was like I just felt like I needed to rebel in a really bad way, and it was so tempting, and I'd heard of people that had done it, and I just really wanted to do it, and I did.
Good on you. That's amazing.
Awkward if you were, I know that's not what Jehovah's always do, but if you were going around door knocking and then someone answered and then went, "Oh, Michelle."
That actually happened.
No, it didn't, did it?
It happened once. Yes,
hang on. So you went door knocking with you and your Jehovah's Witness family, and then the person who answered the door was someone who paid to spend a night with you?
Her husband.
Wow!
Yes. My family wasn't actually with me at the time, so but I knew because he ended up becoming a Jehovah's Witness.
Of course he did. You need Jesus after that one. I think he was doing anything to just repent for his sins.
Anonymous, that is outstanding. We appreciate you sharing. To say thank you, we're going to give you 2 tickets to go see The Bike Riders in cinemas now. Thanks for getting involved.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
No worries. Let's keep them going. Anon in Sydney, a secret you're taking to the grave.
Yeah, so this was back in high school. I kissed my, at the time, girlfriend's best friend 5 minutes before I was going to meet her.
Oh, yeah.
And I never told either one of them that it was going to happen.
That one's like, compared to the secrets we've had tonight, that one's like a small one.
Yeah, it's a bit but you're a big ladies' man, on, and you can't help it.
It's kind of
Chicks
cute.
throw themselves at you. You gotta give them a little snog here and there.
What
just
are you to do?
Keep them going. Anonymous in Melbourne. What about you? What's the secret you're going to keep to the grave?
So I was 7 years old and it was a really cold day. So I brought my guinea pig inside and I thought, great idea, I'll pop him in the microwave to warm him up.
Oh.
No, you didn't.
No.
Yeah, I did. It's okay. I took the plate out. I had good intentions.
Uh-huh.
And he exploded. I popped him back into his little hutch and I didn't tell my mum. And she's like, oh my God, why is the guinea pig bleeding from its eyes? I'm like, I don't know. I've got no idea, Mum. No.
I'm kind of speechless. Like, I'm kind of lost for words.
And obviously from, you're an innocent child. Like, you didn't realise.
You didn't know.
You
no.
didn't, yeah. I mean, surely.
I had good intentions.
And I can see why you haven't told anyone about that because, like, honestly, if we just, for example, we were like on a first date or something right now, and you told me that, I would run away. Like, I would run away, and I would never call you again.
Yeah, I've got 2 kids now.
You got 2 kids, yeah, and you just gotta watch. And that's tough. That's a scarring one, isn't it? That's
really tough.
That's so awful.
Yeah.
There's been honestly that last call, and if you missed it, you can check it out in the Ben Lehman Bell podcast. But I was stopped in my tracks on that one. I was kind of lost for words.
I think at one point, if there was a video, you would see my jaw was open. Like, I was shocked.
Yeah, like a lot of people have made the right choice to not tell their friends and family about these things.
Yep.
Yeah.
It involved a microwave. Anonymous joins us now in Brizzy. Please tell us about your secret you're taking to the grave.
Hi. When I was about 12, I wanted to take a sickie from school. So then I ended up at the doctor's, and this is about 40 years ago. I ended up at the doctor's, then I ended up at the hospital, and then I ended up with my appendix being taken out, but there was nothing wrong with me.
Yeah.
Really?
So they took out a perfectly healthy appendix. I've never told my parents. My parents have both passed away, so I've never admitted it.
So how long did you get off school in the end?
Oh, well, it was, I had the recovery time too. So, it was a week and a half or 2 weeks or something, but after the operation. Because back then they didn't have, this was 40 years ago, so back then they didn't have all those tests that we have now.
Yeah, of course, Anonymous. And that's the thing, you only get to pull that card once. And so you took your appendix sickie at school. I'm sure there's a few days at work, maybe later on in life where you're a bit hungover that you probably wouldn't, So I think you played the card too early.
I guess you could go to kidney if you really want to commit.
That's true.
Oh, wow.
You got 2 of those.
You got 2.
Anonymous, thank you very much for sharing.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.